Hi, it's Sonia and welcome back to Art in 10 Minutes with the Joy of Drawing. Today I'm going to do a hopefully quick little floral piece. And basically I thought I'd do this subject because Caroline has a workshop coming up on Sunday. I'll try and link it in the description. And that's on Sunday. It's 2 hours and I think the theme's going to be Valentine's. And I thought I would sort of get in the mood by doing my own little, I'm just blowing, it's got stuff on it, little floral from this original sketch. And the other reason I wanted to try out this technique is because I have a gouache landscape, a landscape workshop coming up in April that I'm prepping for, and I tend to work with gouache in these sketches and pencil. It's kind of mixed media, you can use what you like, but I thought this would be good in case anybody wants to take it and isn't used to gouache to sort of practice with their gouache paints, because I like to use them. Why I love gouache is I like the fact they're so bright and opaque. So I'm gonna demonstrate, hopefully in 10 minutes, how you can use them in a quite sort of a thick and opaque way on this prepared bit of paper. Interestingly, this is actually from last week when I tried to do my 10-minute sketch and it went wrong. So just for anyone out there, when things go wrong, keep your bits of, especially if it's good quality paper, keep them, paint over them, and you've got a nice coloured surface for another little work. So yeah, I'm going to do a 10-minute sketch from this painting, which I just did for because I'm trying to do some floral prints at the moment for myself and my channel. So that's going to be the basis. Obviously in 10 minutes it's helpful that I've got a smaller piece of paper and it's going to be different. So let's crack on. Right, so this is my palette. The other reason I wanted this, I want to use up, I've squeezed out some of my favourite gouache really, which are Winsor & Newton, designer's gouache. So I've squeezed this out onto a palette and I'm going to now, I'm not going to cheat. How do I find my timer? I'm going to set my timer up to 10 minutes. Where is it? Brilliant, it's ready to go. Okay, so shall I start it? Let's see what I can do. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, sorry about the background noise. My boiler is going crazy, but as it's slightly chilly, I'm just going to let it go. So this is going to be a really small, quick little sketch. So I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. The idea is to make a fun miniature and to use my gouache in a loose, it's hard to be loose in this smaller miniature, but basically just to practice with the properties of it and see how I can get it thick. And yeah, also I thought it sort of hopefully follows the theme of last year. I did floral art, I believe, a workshop around Valentine's Day, and yeah, might make a nice little card for someone or just a fun little exercise to brighten your day. Okay, so I don't need to follow it exactly. Let's see, because I've only got 10 minutes. Let's not set myself too much sort of stress by going too detailed with the drawing, because I'm going to cover it up. I'm even using my dirty paint mortar from the previous picture. How I use gouache is essentially you're not going to see the drawing. I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to keep to the similar colour theme. And it's nearly lunchtime here, so I don't want to squeeze out any more paints. I want to just use what's on my palette, which is a great exercise as well because it kind of limits me. I'm going to have to just do my best to play around with what I've got. So the exception I have for myself is white. White is a very important colour, paint for me with gouache, because this is what really you can see can alter the values and also the opacity, I find. Especially because I'm going on this dark green, so actually I don't want it to be I may well have to squeeze out a bit of white. How many minutes? Yeah. So with gouache, as I say, I like it for this sort of painting and for my landscapes out of a tube. You can obviously squeeze it into pans, and I know a lot of artists make their own sort of gouache palettes. That to me is fantastic for outdoor sketching, but the joy of gouache for me is it's an easy paint to clear up, and you get that, you know, like I love sort of, if you haven't got time to get out acrylics or oil paints, you want to do oil painting, it's water based, fairly, you know, unless you're using certain ones, I guess, non-toxic, easy to clear up. Okay, I'm down to 6 minutes already, so I need to get a bit of a move on. So I've got these poppies. The interesting thing is when you paint from a painting, it will get looser than my original. I hope it will. Do you know what? I'm going to alter it a bit. They're both sort of similar poppies. I'm going to do different colours. I might even add another one. It's linden green. I really want to try and. And I'm going to go in some, maybe go in some details, we'll see. So you can have fun. When I did my floral workshop, I talked a lot about making up still lifes in some ways, because I think one of the off-putting things, if you got to setting up a still life, if you don't have much space, can take a bit of time, and then you have to clear it away, or you're going to leave it up. If you've got the space, then yes, it is lovely to obviously paint from life. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick, get this back in shot. Have a think. You know what, I'm not going to add the leaves in. I don't want to, but I would sort of see. Let's add another flower in here. I have to get a little tiny brush. Okay, now I want to, got 4 minutes. Have I got a tiny brush near me? This will do. Add some little details. You could do some like folk art patterns. I don't know if you've got any patterns on your, if you're a bit stuck for inspiration, or I don't know if you're wearing any print on a jumper, you could just copy pattern, look around your room. I just kind of like to make stuff up. It's quite fun. And then I want to add my gold paint out. What am I down to? 3 minutes, it's nearly 4 minutes. It's not much time, is it? 10 minutes really. So as I said, I think one of the ways, if you're wanting to follow along and to keep to a challenge for 10 minutes, is if you're doing little paintings, keep the paintings small and or just really sketchy. Have bits pre-prepared. So obviously I started out with a pre-prepared bit of paper, which I guess could be construed as cheating a little bit, but and if you're really enjoying it, you don't have to keep to 10 minutes, you can just carry on. Let's see, what do I want? I want to really make that, I've got 3 minutes actually, I'm not doing too bad. I wonder if I can bring in a minty green for this sleeve. I love that mint green. As I say, I really love, gouache is my favourite type of paint. I just think it's just so creamy, and you get, yeah, watercolour. Well, I did watercolour last week. Actually, I actually did enjoy how that one turned out, and enjoyed the sort of how it felt, like the accidents. So, what else? I've got actually a little bit of time, and I have to be a bit careful because this is the problem. Sometimes one should know when to stop. What I could also do, do you know what? I've got to, shall I add in? I've got 2 minutes. Let's make a colour up and see. I could add a little, make it a little bit different from my other one. Add in, now what colour would I want? I'm kind of thinking about yellow. Ideally, if you want a straight line for a table or to set it upon something, I would put some masking tape down. Is that going to work? Got 1 minute 30, so anyway, let's have a quick look. We'll use yellow as well. What's the worst can happen? Alright, so it's going to be very rustic, and I think I need a bit of these up white. Maybe I should have just left it be. The nice thing is, should I not like it, I can come back over and paint over it again because it's gouache. That is the beauty of gouache. So yeah, I just wanted to do this exercise in case anybody is interested in, if I do the workshop, like using gouache, and maybe they're not au fait with it. This is a fun little, get some little bits of paper and then experiment with applying it thickly. And we've got 30 seconds. The other paint that's quite good on, it's not the straightest background, but as I said, I can neaten that up later. The other good, great paint, if you're reusing good quality paper, I like to use, where are they? Acrylic gouache. It's going to go off in a minute because I finished early. Yeah, acrylic gouache works well on. Let me just turn off that. Okay, that took me ages just to stop the alarm. Anyway, yeah, acrylic gouache is great. So this will obviously won't lift off because it's permanent. It's not going to be reactivated by water. Whereas if I really went watery, this is, I don't know, with the gouache, that would be the issue with the gouache background. It would lift off. But applying it thickly works well for me, and I'm quite happy with that. As I say, and it's simpler to clear up compared to acrylics and other paints. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look. Yeah, I will zoom in on it, but that is my little 10-minute painting, and sort of a, I guess, what's the word, precursor to the workshop this weekend. But yeah, I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying your art time, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.